Governor Patterson and the legislature's move to tone down the Rockefeller drug laws has met with mixed reaction since it's not a done deal and is not a repeal. Those who want the laws kept in place exactly as they are aren't happy, and neither are those who want the laws repealed. And joining me now is somebody you may recognize. You just saw him in that story, Howard Joseph, president and CEO of Exponents, that organization devoted to helping drug addicts. And we heard the other gentleman in the story who spent 15 years in prison for cocaine possession, George Prentice, mentioned that he was in the same cell. David Berkowitz, that's son of Sam. So it does illustrate how the Rockefeller drug laws are pretty tough.
Yes. There's many cases where rapists and murderers received a lesser sentence than people who were caught with drugs, with possession of drugs. So we've had the toughest, harshest drug laws in the country now for 35 years, and it's about time that we repeal these laws.
Now, from your own personal experience, we mentioned in the story that was just on that you were arrested for on a drug charge, but you were arrested before the Rockefeller laws were enacted.
Yes, those were my wild and woolly 20s, and I was very fortunate that the judge did not have his hands tied where he was forced to give me mandatory sentencing, and he did give me the opportunity to go into a treatment program, and I haven't looked back since.
So how do you feel about what's happening in Albany right now to soften, take the edge off some of these tough laws?
Well, I think what's happening is great, that there is a lot of agreement to reform or to repeal these drug laws. But now it's in this negotiating stage where compromises are being made or may be made that I'm not happy with, because they're watering down a very good bill that was passed in the Assembly, and I would like to see the Assembly bill passed because it truly is repeal, and it gives the judges, the power to do the right thing if someone deserves to be sent to jail, but if someone could benefit from treatment, that's where they ought to go.
Specifically, what don't you like about what's being changed in the law?
Well, the actual component of the drug laws that sends the most people to prison is the second offense law, that the first offense can get someone into treatment. But the second offense now is we want to maintain the judge have the discretion to put somebody in treatment, but the way they were negotiating this, they're going to keep that as a mandatory term.
But somebody who was arrested one time and faced a judge, fair warning.
Well, yes, it may be a fair warning, but we're talking about addiction, and we know that these individuals have problems, and let's treat the problem in a mental health manner and not treat it as a criminal offense. We're only going to put somebody in prison and make them into more of a criminal by doing that, whereas treatment gives them the opportunity for a better life.
Well, Howard Joseph, thank you very much for coming in, sharing your views. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
If the